Yes, in this lecture, we will try to understand how to initialize, how to initialize, initialize object, how to initialize object with the help of method. Just try to recall my previous lecture. In my previous lecture, I discussed about initializing of an object with the help of reference variable. Reference variable. This I already completed. This is over in my previous lecture. Now we will try to understand how to initialize an object with the help of method. In this lecture, we will try to understand heap memory and stack memory. What is their role in the context of reference variable, in the context of reference variable and in the context of reference variable and object. We will see. I will discuss at the end of this lecture. I will discuss about this heap memory, stack memory. Of course, in computer organization, you can understand in detailed manner. You can understand these two concepts, heap memory and stack memory, in depth manner. In this lecture, just let me explain heap memory and stack memory with respect to our reference variable and object. Yes, this is the simple program. Here what am I doing? This is my class. What is my class? Class name is student. This is my class beginning. This is my class ending. I have in this particular class, I have variables int roll number, string name, and how many methods I have? I have, this is my first method. This is my second method. What is the purpose of first method? It is used to initialize. I can initialize. Whom will I initialize? I can initialize object. Initializing object means I must initialize members in the object. How will it be? We will try to understand. What am I doing? I am initializing rule number with R and I am initializing name with N. Anyway, I will read these two things and I will keep in rule number and name. After initializing, I have to display things. Here, whichever name you want, you can keep. You need not write insert record. If you want some Kukatpalli, you can write. That doesn't matter. Here, if you want to write, you can write Vivekananda Nagar. No issue. Computer cannot understand, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Anyway, as I told you, this particular method is used to initialize. This particular method is used to display. This is beginning of this method. This is ending of this method. This is beginning of this method. This is ending of this method. This is my class beginning. This is my class ending. In how can I in class? Which one you can have? You can have variables and methods. That's what we are saying. These are two variables. I have two variables. What are the two variables? One variable is roll number and another variable is name. And I have two methods. What are those two methods? Void insert record is a one method. Void display information is another method. Yes, now I have a class. Now I am declaring, let me say I am defining a class named test student 4 in which I am keeping public static void main string args. This file name must be teststudent4.java. Isn't it? Now what happens? Student S1 here what is my class name? My class name is student. Therefore student space S1 equal to new student. I am creating an object. Therefore let me show the output screen also. Now just see. Yes, just a second. Let me choose some other color. Yes, let me choose red color here. Student space S1 equal new student. An object will be created. Let me say this is my first object whose class is student. What are the properties of my class? ROLLNO. That is first variable. My second variable is name. Let me say name. What is my reference variable? My reference variable S1. I can refer this one. In similar manner, student S2 equal new student. I have got another object student in which I can have roll number and name, but it will be referred by S2. That one must understand. Now, how can I call a method in Java programming language? I can say Object dot method, this S1 can be treated as an object sometimes, isn't it? Of course, object reference variable dot method otherwise. Or otherwise I can say, sometimes people used to call this reference variable as an object, S1 dot insert record. S1 dot insert means control will go to this insert record. What is first value? 311. This 311 will copy to R. Now R equal to 311. This current will copy to N. Roll number equal to R. What is R? 311. Name equal to N. What is name? Current. Therefore, in roll number you will get 311. In name you will get current. We initialized this particular object with the help of method. Which method? Insert record. Intention of this class is to explain initializing object with the help of method. Yes, insert record is a method by which I am initializing this one, isn't it? In similar manner, S2 dot insert record. S2 dot insert record means again control will go here. Now 322 in the place of, now 322 will be copied. Now Rn will be copied. Which one will be copied? Rn. In here I will get 322. Here I will get Rn. Now what it says? Therefore rule number is 322. Name is Rn. Rn, isn't it? Now what am I doing? S1 dot object dot method. S1 dot display information. Here I will go. System dot out dot println S1. I am referring S1. S1 means this one, first object. S1 is referred. First object is referred by S1. Rule number. What is the rule number in S1 referred object? 311. Just see, this is 311. I am appending space. For space I am appending name. Name is a variable. What is the name here? Current. Again, control will go back after executing this one. I will come here. Again, S2 dot display information. Again, control will come here. S2, I am referring S2. Second object, S2 means rule number. What is my rule number? I am displaying 322. For which I am appending space, I am getting space. Name variable, name is Rn. Isn't it? What is the difference between this program and my previous program? In this program, I am using methods to initialize object. Insert record. This is a method by which I am initializing two objects, S1 and S2. If you speak strictly, internally what happens? There is a memory known as heap memory. I can say like this: objects gets the memory in heap memory. These are the objects. I can say this is object 1. This is object 2. Objects gets the memory in heap memory area. Objects is created in heap memory area. The reference variable refers to the object allocated in heap memory. Just see, these reference variables are referring the objects, but objects are in heap memory area. Here S1 and S2 are both S1, S2 both are reference variable that refer to objects, but this reference variable is available in a memory known as stack memory. Just understand, there is two categories of memory: stack memory and heap memory. You can see the reference variables in stack memory. Those reference variable will refer the objects which are in heap memory. Heap memory is a memory by which you can create objects. Yes, reference variables are created with the help of stack memory. There is a separate course in computer science, computer organization, where you can learn what is stack memory and what is heap memory. This is simple one, test student 4. What is my program name here? It's test student 4, isn't it? If you want, just let me demonstrate that. It is simple and straightforward. Just let me go to command prompt. What is my, let me clear the screen first. What is that program name? It is test student 4. Is it test student 4? Yes, let me check. Yes, I think I have here. Yes, JAVS space test student 4.java. let me run this program, JAVS student. That's what it is displaying. 111 current and 222 RN. That's what it says. It is simple and straightforward lecture. Just go through it. If you have any difficulty, please keep a comment. Thank you very much.